everyone, I'm Ethan with Awaken Catholic, and this is Awaken the Saint. As we become more familiar with saints, it's obvious a lot of them became nuns or monks. But today, we don't celebrate just any old monk. We celebrate the feast of Saint Pachomius, the Great, which, through his life story, could be called the father of Cenobitic or Communal Monasticism. Pachomius was born in Upper Egypt in around the year 292. He received a good education, but a secular one because his parents were pagans. Little else of his early life was set to writing. In his early 20s, Pachomius left home against his will to become part of the Roman army. However, while he and other unwilling soldiers were effectively imprisoned in their camp, they were tended to by a local group of Christians who offered compassion and assistance. He was moved by the strangers who had helped him without expecting any kind of recompense. In the space of about a year, the army was mercifully disbanded, without Pachomius needing to fight in any battles. He returned home and applied to become a catechumen in the local church and was soon baptized. He wished to deepen his faith, and after hearing that a holy hermit named Pagan was residing in the desert, Pachomius ventured out hoping to become the man's disciple. After spending a decade under the guidance of the hermit, Pachomius received a vision of an angel. He was instructed to begin a monastery in an uninhabited area near the Nile. He was also given a set of rules by which the residents of this monastery would live. Pachomius shared this information with his teacher, who went with him and helped him in establishing the beginnings of what would eventually become the monastery he had been commanded to build. The first person who entered into Pachomius' new community was his older brother, John. Following that, more and more people began to flock to him, and eventually over 100 monks looked to him for guidance. By 336, Pachomius had founded 6 more monasteries. By 336, Pachomius had founded 6 more monasteries, as well as a church, which he occupied for a while as a lector. Though he was at this point widely regarded as a holy man, he never felt called to the priesthood. Near the end of his life, Pachomius received another vision, which told him that later monks would not have strong guides and would therefore not be as zealous as his own brethren. Pachomius wept for these future monks and begged that they be shown mercy. His request was surely granted. While there would never be another leader quite like Pachomius, there would be numerous future saints who made it their lives' work to reestablish discipline and order among monastic communities. Pachomius lived to his mid-50s, at which point an illness, which had already taken several of his religious brothers, claimed him as well. By the time of his death, the groups he had personally formed included over 3,000 men. A community is a powerful thing. In coming together with family, friends, and peers, we remind ourselves that we are all on a journey of faith together. Just as a monastic community helps monks remain diligent, our community supports us in many ways. Saint Pachomius, pray for us.